Namaskar to my divine family. So, we all know today that Mercury went retrograde from July 18 till August 11, 2025. And what Mercury is going to impact? And Mercury went retrograde in Cancer, where Sun is already there. So, whichever are the area, wherever Cancer is there for you, it will impact all that areas related to that. But suppose first let's see what does Mercury represents. Mercury basically represents the most important thing is communication skills, speech, talking about it, and our consciousness. And Mercury represents our, like nowadays also communication happens through emails, okay, and also trade. Okay, so that trade is also very important. So Mercury represents trade, Mercury represents kids also. Okay, so when we talk about this kind of Mercury retrograde, we also need to first understand what it is, what are the skills which is it is impacting. So it also represents your short-term travels, it also represents your like kind of playgrounds, and also represents aunts and uncles. Okay, so when, and specifically who are younger to your parents, okay, not the elder one. So when Mercury went retrograde, specifically if it's in your lagna, so then you have to think how you're talking. But mainly Mercury when go retrograde, that time there are lot of, like you can say that revision of the things happen. Anything about retrograde is all about revising or going back, understanding, refining, realigning. When it goes in Cancer retrograde, Cancer is about ruled by moon and its emotions. So you need to see that how much you're realigned or aligned with your emotions and purpose and intentions related to the area or the house where the Cancer is representing in your lagna or in the moon chart. And not only that, if you see, suppose like if it's sitting in sun, you have to see that how your communication is going with the authorities, okay, in your office or in your workplace or in your school, okay, wherever you are, authorities and the government. Okay, and also you need to see that how you're talking to your parents, specifically your father or elders from your father's side. Okay, how you're talking to them, how you, because you should not be regretting later that what I said. So be very careful during this. More of that, you need to think how I cannot get emotional and talk about something which I have to regret later. Okay, so this is very aspects of the your Mercury retrograde. Revisit, and when you're typing email, before sending email, be very careful on that. Okay, even when you do trading, think twice. Okay, and when you're talking to the kids or anyone who is younger than you, be careful on that conversation and communication, like it could be your junior also. Mercury even represents your neighbors, okay, and your maternal uncles. So, as I mentioned, be very calculated because it's in Cancer, so you can get emotional. You can talk about the previous things which have happened earlier. Avoid all those because you may regret once it's in August 11, 2025. It will go up, straight, okay, the forward motions, because retrograde is nothing but slowing down. So slow down yourself, introspect yourself, introspect your emotion, introspect your work, introspect your emails. And for the kids or the students who are studying and preparing for something, go back and check whether whatever I thought I've been very capable of, or I have prepared it very well, just have a look. Is there maybe something which is left out? Okay, so these are the important things which you need to know about Mercury retrograde. Anytime which Mercury get retrograde, it also very important to see in your real chart also. Suppose if your Mercury, that sign of Cancer, is in 6th house, and then it's a Mercury is retrograde getting in your 6th house, right, in the Cancer sign, and Cancer sign is all about your daily life and many other things, our health also, right, and also about the people who can harm us, or sometimes we can self harm also we can do. So then we have to be worried about that. Similarly, you can think about it, but you don't have to see only from ascendant. Whenever you have to check both the charts, ascendant and moon. Then only you will know how my Mercury ascendant, Mercury retrograde is impacting me. And more than that, if you are meditating and if you are like kind of going inner and trying to keep more of the silence during that, or you are kind of other things you can do, which is very beautiful. Any god or any divine you believe in, just surrender to them and count. Count till you can say that till 23, okay? And then after that, talk slowly, okay? Think it will give you enough time to reflect inside. Or you can chant Ram Ram, or you can chant also Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It will help you. It depends on what you wish upon, what you are surrendered to. But Mercury retrograde definitely brings lot of introspection. And if you do not introspect, if you're not, because Mercury also represents our consciousness, our conscious choices. This is the right time to make choices consciously, not in very fast speed, because Mercury is the most fastest planet which is near to the sun. And sun is already right now with Mercury, so it's also giving Buddha-Aditya Yoga. And how it will impact again depends upon your dasha and sabdasha which is going on. So check on that, think about it, and invoke your positive powers out, because Mercury retrograde is the most powerful time also to correct your mistakes if you have, or otherwise reflect on what, meditate upon, is there anything I need to look in my consciousness to make conscious choices? And as per I mentioned, it automatically show you the area as it is reflecting in your birth chart in Lagna plus moon. And if it is same, then double power, otherwise it will impact your 2 houses wherever Mercury sign right now is transiting, okay? Mercury is not only about your trading and all, it's not only communication, it's also numbers, data analytics, calculations, okay? So if you are in a job where you have to deal with the numbers, like anywhere it's a big number, small number, so be careful on that in calculations, because it can impact there. So to double check, triple check. And Mercury also represents a job or service. Many people get impacted in their job and services if they're not making conscious choices. So be very conscious in your job and services, and communication in your job and services, whether through email or through writing or through communicating. And do not forget to check that how, where it is placed for you. Specifically, if Mercury is having the aspect on your 10th house, or also in your communication skills, it's a lot of communication there, it will impact more, right? So be very, very conscious there, I'll say. I'm not here to scare you, but with all these informed choices, by knowing that where it is impacting, we can always reduce our negative impact on that, and we can enhance positivity also. So do that. And if your Mercury is already retrograde or combust or niche, debilitated, okay, if it is debilitated, then definitely Mercury retrograde will not have that negative impact. But if your Mercury is powerful, then it will have impact. And if your Mercury is like retrograde, then it will get more retrograde impact. So these are the few things which you need to know. And if you like this information, please share and subscribe and share forward to others also, so they can get also benefit through this. Because when we share the good things come to us. My purpose of sharing this video is only to help and guide others. Thank you so much for listening to me. Take care. Stay blessed.